hold my beer. You hold my other beer. Whoops. One more. All right, let's tap this keg. Giddy up, Peanut.
What I'm struggling to understand is the need to dehumanize and to be cruel. I don't think that's right.
Well, you all did it. Sheer brutality. Consumers, the anti-woke consumers, are in fact having a major impact. According to a new report, Bud Light sales in like grocery stores and things like this have plummeted 26%. And finally, the stock market is taking notice, and the Bud Light stock has basically been sinking over the past 5 days straight in comparison to the competitors. So a lot of people say, oh, it's the market in general terms. Wrong. Coors Light, Miller Lite have been skyrocketing, almost a pure mirror inflection of what's happening for Bud Light. And this is because of you. This is because of all the hard work that you're doing out there, and we're not done yet. They have to apologize. They have to come out and acknowledge exactly what they did was wrong, why it was wrong. We already kind of see what they're doing to try and correct it. We saw they fired the woman who did that interview and called their customers fratty and out of touch. We saw her boss get fired. We've seen they tried to do this weird new desperation appeal country music ad that fell flat because they have not acknowledged it. The problem is they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. If they acknowledge it, then the LGBTQ community is going to come after them for not supporting trans people. If they don't acknowledge it, they're going to continue to suffer the consequences of their actions. And I couldn't be happier about it. This is one of the few times it's actually worked. The regular minded people have actually pulled it off. And I hope you're, by the way, having a good day out there. I know I am. Make sure you're leaving a like in on this video. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below. No coffee shill in this video. You already know about the gift boxes. Today will probably be the last day over at Coffee Brand Coffee to get them. To be safe, I would do the custom build, but you know, they're running low. Here's sort of a sheer brutality. Conservatives finally pull off a massively successful boycott. I've never seen it happen and didn't think it would work. Shout out to Matt Walsh and others who made it happen. I would say I am included in that, and all my viewers are included in that. So shout out to you. Sales of Bud Light have been plunging since the company enlisted the help of Dylan Mulvaney in a marketing campaign a month ago. In the week that ended April 22nd, the brand's in-store sales plummeted more than 26%, according to figures reported by Bump Williams Consulting, and the decline is only accelerating. The week before, the sales dropped by 21%. The week before that, it was at 11%. That means everyone's sharing these videos, liking these videos, interacting in the comments, telling their friends, roasting their friends who are enjoying a Bud Light. It's working. Now, Bud Light is still the best-selling beer in America by far, said Bump Williams, the founder and CEO of the agency that bears his name. In 2022, Anheuser-Busch InBev sold more than $4.8 billion worth of it in stores, he said, far outpacing Modelo Especial at 3.75 and Michelob Ultra at 3.3. But if the company can't stop the decline in sales, especially as the peak beer drinking summer season approaches, then Bud Light is in serious trouble this year. And that's a quote. And I think it runs the risk of losing its #1 position by the end of the calendar year, 2023, to Modelo Especial. Already, sales are off 8% for the year. In early April, Anheuser-Busch sent a can to Dylan Mulvaney. Of course, the influencer posted a brief video on TikTok. The Anheuser-Busch spokesperson said they try to cover it up, and I'm not going to rehash everything you already know. The thing is, Williams said when the Bud Light brand manager, Alyssa Gordon Heinerscheid, took over marketing for the brand last year, sales of Bud Light were already slumping. She tried to increase sales by with this campaign, trying to appeal to a younger, politically progressive market. Quote, her big miss was I don't think she understood who the core Bud Light shopper was. Well, yeah, this is a woman that was born rich, went to expensive private colleges, expensive private finishing schools, and never probably shook a hand of a man or a woman that had calluses on it in her entire life. When she came out with her comments, they were deemed to be derogatory, insulting, and juvenile, and the Bud Light drinkers said, enough of that, Williams said. Heinerscheid explained the shift in marketing strategy by saying Bud Light previously was a brand of fratty, out-of-touch humor. She is now on leave of absence, along with Daniel Blake, vice president of Anheuser-Busch's mainstream brands. During the controversy, sales had increased for Bud Light's biggest competitors, Miller Lite and Coors Light, Williams said. What is more is he's beginning to see what is known as a negative halo effect, and other Anheuser-Busch brands are suffering because of the dispute. Quote, I also think what's happening now is anyone that is a Bud Light drinker switches to Michelob Ultra because they don't want to be seen holding a Bud Light. Someone down the bar is going to say, hey, buddy, that's Anheuser-Busch product you're holding, Williams said. The slowdown in sales of Michelob Ultra is a particular concern for Anheuser-Busch because it has been one of the fastest growing brands on the market, said David Steinman, vice president and executive editor of Beer Marketers Insights. So now, and this is only going to continue, right? You have to keep everyone has to keep the pressure on, keep pushing, keep reminding people what's an Anheuser-Busch product until such a point in which they issue a sufficient apology. An apology isn't running out a huge new ad campaign. It's saying, hey, we screwed up. Here are the things that we're doing, and will do to fix this. Yes, we fired these people. Yes, we aren't going to be, we've implemented these new marketing policies. These are things that they've come out and already said. But then on top of that, they need to come out and say, hey, actually, we also are going to, acknowledge specifically the language of Heinerscheid that was derogatory about our customers. Specifically, we understand that in our greed and fervor or grasp for cash, we insulted our customers. We insulted women. We're sorry. Here's a 50% off coupon to come back. And then a promise to not go down that road in the future. Meanwhile, the company is taking heat from all sides, Simon said. The anti-trans contingent is upset because of the association with Mulvaney, while the progressive contingent is upset by what it seems to be backing down from the pro-trans statement made by sending her the beer. According to Williams, the plunge in sales is hitting beer distributors especially hard, costing them millions of dollars a day. To stop the slide, Anheuser-Busch needs to cooperate with them and come up with a way to entice their former customers back into the fold. Well, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, everyone's telling you exactly what it would take, right? They continue. In addition, the corporation should remember who its customers are and apologize to them for abandoning them in support of Dylan, he said. Right now, their compass is completely broken. There is no game plan. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You see a staggering sales hit for Bud Light is worsening with each passing week following the ill-fated marketing tie-up. Remember when they said, oh, well, nobody's gonna, nobody's gonna stick to it, blah, 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 blah. Look what's happening to the InBev stock. Down nearly 5%. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, look at the month. Okay, well, it's down 4.3% for the month. And a lot of people are saying, look at 6 months. It's up. Yes, it is. But it's giving back all of that. And by the way, none of this controversy even started until April. So all of the stuff that happened in February into April is irrelevant. And if you look at, like I said, Coors, for example, look at that, up 8% today. Look what Coors is up. Look at Coors in the last, week. If you had invested in Coors, you'd have made a bundle. I'm not a stock person. This is not stock advice. But if you look at Anheuser-Busch, Today, it's just plummeting, and it's not coming back. Usually it comes back, but this is the, the halo effect that other other brands they sell are plummeting. And you're getting headlines across because this is showing us, consumers, that we really do have the power. We have the power to push back against this woke nonsense. We have the power to have an effect on the market. We have the power to really boycott something. This scares the left so much. This absolutely has them terrified because they don't want us to know that we can push back against this woke crap. Sure, it didn't work against Nike. Nike's gigantic and they're extraordinarily woke. Their entire business is woke. They have a lot of customers that are woke. Sure, you lose that battle, but you win some, you lose some. Clearly, if we keep the pressure on Bud Light, this is going to be a W. Larger packs of Bud Light are not even being purchased. The 30-pack suitcases, the 20-packs, the 18-packs, the 12-packs are all being impacted, Williams told the Post. It's going to be very, very hard to reverse the decline. Bud Light remains the best selling, but that's not going to last. The precipitous sale drops in the last few weeks have left its sales down year to date a painful 8%, threatening Bud Light's leading position. The sales data shows unless parent Anheuser-Busch turns things around, then Bud Light is in serious trouble this year. I mean, it's working. Sure, Maybelline, makeup companies, Kate Spade, these designer brands. Sure, okay, fine. That doesn't work. But now you have Barron's typing. Now the stock market's getting there. Bud Light off-premises sales fell 26%, absolutely cratering. Fox News, Bud Light in serious trouble of losing status as top-selling beer in the United States. This is good. This is great. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe. Turn notifications on. Share this video. Keep the pressure on. They're on the ropes. We need to push that probably to 30, 35%. We need to recruit more people. You see someone drinking a Bud Light, you ask them politely if they know what's going on with Bud Light. You see someone drinking Anheuser-Busch product, you ask them politely if they know what's going on. And together we can redouble our efforts and really put the screws to Bud Light and put the screws to Anheuser-Busch. And look, if they want to go down with this ship, that's on them. But as long as we stay strong, we can really make a change. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.